Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Spotlight series, where we share current trends on the critical role resilience plays within organizations. I'm Pam Boris, your host and Chief Marketing Officer here at MeQ. And joining me today is Jan Bruce, CEO and co-founder of MeQ. Thanks for joining us, Jan.
Nice to be here, Pam.
You've written about how we're living in a time of paradox. For example, we have a talent paradox. Some companies are enacting workforce reductions, but it's also a very tight labor market. As a CEO and for other senior leaders, how do you lead in a time like this?
Well, I am struck with that these are paradoxical times, Pam. And as a leader, I think first and foremost, you have to play offense and defense. What's interesting about that is that generally, in times like these, in volatile and uncertain times, we tend as leaders to play a very conservative game and hunker down. We tend to, do zero-based budgets. We tend to, lean on former plans as our starting point. In high growth times, we start testing things and we start taking risks and we start making bold moves. But the reality is today, leaders have to do both. I am calling this, it's kind of a duality. For example, we have to be very quantitative and focused and rational about what's going on, but also we have to be able to use our intuition as leaders and leverage that to think about how to move forward. We have to, and we also have to move quickly, even though, volatile times make us think that we should move slowly. The reality is that we have to move ahead so that when things start to change or turn around, we are proactive about it. So how do you make that work for you as a leader? Well, I think a lot of the old modes just don't, as I've said, just don't apply. And I think there are three really critical things right now. One is speed. You've got to be prepared to move quickly. Two is talent. You've got to be able to, you've got to consider your talent as a critical asset in being able to, sort of succeed in times like this. And third, you've got to be able to innovate. All of these things are critically important.
Great advice for senior leaders, particularly on the playing offense and defense at the same time. You can't just do one. And also the fact that playbooks from the past maybe just don't work anymore. So thanks for sharing that with us, Jan. We really appreciate it. And by cultivating a resilient workforce, we create a culture of adaptability, innovation, and growth. MeQ is here to partner with you and drive sustainable long-term success. What steps have you taken to build a more resilient workforce? Share your thoughts with us at events@mequilibrium.com, and let's continue the conversation. Please visit resilience2023.com to learn about our upcoming programming. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.